Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. The reason you see me.
Of numerous law enforcement agencies, including the Atlanta Police Department and the U.S. Marshal Service. Search warrants were executed at a residence in southwest Atlanta where Derrick Groves was ultimately taken into custody. I want to personally thank the FBI, ATF, HSI, DEA, the U.S. Marshal Service, the Secret Service, the Attorney General's Office, State Probation and Parole, our LSP troopers and investigators, the New Orleans Police Department.
Everyone standing here and their teams for the excellent job that they did. Thank you.
Chief Kirkpatrick.
All right. Thank you, Darlene. I want to share with you a little bit of a background. Last Friday, Director Reese Harper, our PIO that everybody knows over there, we had started an initiative, and we decided that on Fridays we were going to start putting out kind of like our most wanted on Fridays. And a clever name came up by Director Harper, and we call it Front Burner Friday. So last Friday, Director Harper says to me in the hallway, I think we need to put Grove's name back out in front of the community. And I said, well, great, I think so too. And he grabbed Darlene, Cassandra, and they did their Friday, Front Burner Friday, and put Grove's name out. And it was over this week.
And the fact that no law enforcement individuals were injured or hurt, that's just the grace of God. Thank you.
Sheriff Hudson.
Thank you, Colonel. I'm not going to rename all of the agencies that helped here, but they're here up here at this dais, and I am grateful for them. That's my word for today, just grateful. Thankful for all this help we got. Grateful that they're all back in custody. We look forward to him being sentenced and moving on to prison where he belongs. But again, want to just thank all of our partners and agencies for sharing information, making sure this could happen, and we can all move forward with our lives. I know that the grass is a little greener, the sky a little bluer for everybody today.
Yes, D.A. Williams.
On behalf of two prosecutors who tried this case with me, we tried it multiple times to get a conviction. On behalf of them, who worked tirelessly to get 12 out of 12 jurors to find him guilty as charged of a double homicide on Mardi Gras. On behalf of the witnesses who were brave enough to come forward. On behalf of the next of kin who still live in the lower Ninth Ward, thank you to all of the law enforcement.
Look, you got download Boss Talk 101. Here's the review phase. OG, you there?
Man, I'm right here, man.
Man, look like they celebrating down there in New Orleans, man, the win. They say man, something that Ann Kirkpatrick said that stuck out to me. She said, we decided to put something out, like they just had this hell of a resurgence of putting his name back out there. And they're acting as if they went down there and really, gave this boy the business, man, in Atlanta, but they was in New Orleans.
But let me say this. When you try to celebrate, this is one lone black boy that escaped with no financial help, that evaded 15 agencies, not just New Orleans Police Department, the FBI, the CIA, other agencies, Interpol, ISIS, all of these agencies got together with bounty hunters, slave traders, and all looking for him. 5 months and 20 days it took you to catch him. It doesn't seem like you should be that damn proud.
They acting as if they really went and just searched him out now. Here it is. I got footage of him when they got him. Hold on. Go ahead. Say that before I play it.
Let me say this. The same way that Massey got arrested is the same way. As long as Derrick Grove was in them woods, he was safe. As soon as he got to suburban Atlanta, he got exposed. So the same information that Bassey got, Bassey's auntie, I think somebody turned him in and he got bad information.
Wow. Here he is getting arrested. he looked like he'd been running. He looked like he was on the run, guys. He really did. What are your thoughts on Jason Williams down there, man? Jason Williams act like this here is something that, he's been running from this. He said we tried to, we had already pinned murder and everything on him. And Jason Williams now can rest easy because he's the one that said he didn't really, he didn't feel safe that with Groves being out like that.
Well, that Sambo shouldn't be feeling safe right now. He's a turncoat, and he working for the man. It really. I mean, I celebrate that. I couldn't do it, and you have to have a certain kind of mentality, and you have to have a certain conditioning in order to be on the run. I was running from California one time, and I went down to Louisiana, down to my relatives down in Heflin, down in the woods, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was down there, and everything was like, it was so subliminal, I couldn't handle it. And I remember the day I was leaving, and my cousin, Potamo June, told me, he said, boy, don't go out there in that city. He said, you can be protected down here. If them laws come, somebody know they coming, and we can hide you out. But ain't nobody gonna be in your corner when you get to them suburbs, right?
Right. You're right.
And I went out there, and my own uncle tried to turn me in, bro.
Your own uncle. So what are you saying? You think that he screwed up when he stuck his head out?
For 4.5 months, he was in them woods, and he got restless, and he went out there to think he could deal with civilization. And it ain't but two things in the jungle, predator and prey. And if you're not the predator, you're the prey.
When you look at a guy like Groves, man, what does this do now that they got him back in custody? He's still in Atlanta right now, but what does this do? Does this do anything far as...
he back in Louisiana. They put him on a helicopter and sent him
he went back that day? I mean, soon as that, then?
They put him on a helicopter and sent him back to... He's up in it. They cheering for him in Angola right now.
Oh, they getting him on over there. They don't even want to play with this thing.
I tell you what. He back in custody, just like when I got busted, man, I slept for a whole week. I felt so comfortable. That's a hard job, bro.
That's the hardest thing you can do is try to run from the damn police, huh?
Well, no, when you're on the run, you're not just running from the police, you're running from everybody.
Everybody.
Anybody walks up to you, man, hey, how you doing? You wonder, what the hell is he asking me? What do you mean, how am I doing?
So you paranoid.
You super paranoid. You can't, I'm telling you, my own uncle said, Marvin, I talked to my attorney today. The hell?
Why are you talking to your attorney about me?
I called your mother, and she didn't even know you was here. And my attorney told me if I'm harboring a felon, I could lose my credentials. What the hell is you saying to me, bro?
Wow, man.
It's hard being on the run. When I came back to California, I went to 1750. I laid for one whole week, slept good as hell.
Well, man, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. OG just chimed in, man. Susan Hudson, Ann Kirkpatrick, Robert Hodges, Jason Williams, all of these guys are speaking out in New Orleans, and they're saying, you know what, guys, we done a damn good job. I want you guys to get in the comments. Let me know how did they do. What, OG? What?
I got to give you one bit of information, and for you to see that under this capture, who took the credit for it? The first 5 people that talked about this was clear Americans.
Wow.
They put the Negroes on the back burner.
Well, they're celebrating, and Ann Kirkpatrick, Sheriff Susan Hudson, she spoke last, and she didn't have a lot of time like everybody else, so they didn't really. I think she's about out of there now because the way they treating her like.
She is out of there. What you mean, don't? You know it. You are such a
I think she might be out of there by if she don't step up. They got Groves and she ain't acting that excited about it. Check it, man. Hey guys, make sure if you're still watching, guys, we talked about it earlier. As soon as it happened, this is just an update on Groves is now in custody, and people are celebrating the win that are officers and jailers that were nowhere in sight when he was caught. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.